Hello everyone, here we are in the dig zone at CQMS in Punchestown, and there's lots to see going on here behind me, and of course this show is very much about technology and more importantly about the tilt revolution, how tilt rotators are completely changing the industry. And with me is Pat Bulcock. Pat is the top man for Steelwrist in the UK and Ireland. Pat, good to see you here on the Emerald Isle, and it's great to see your Steelwrist X18 here. Tell me all about tilt rotators. How big a difference are they making to the industry?
Right, Darren, it's a bit like this. So you imagine now it's to have an excavator without a tilt rotator is very similar to having a cast, I suppose, like a plaster cast on your arm. So all of a sudden now people have realised that the excavator can do a lot more than it has ever done before. And now with the green team hitting the Emerald Isle, it looks like we're getting some traction, as they say. So let's go through it, shall we?
Absolutely.
So the main function of a tilt rotator is to obviously tilt and rotate, hence the name. But the big function is to be able to do all of this at the same time. So firstly, we've got a pivot point here, giving us 45 degrees tilt, and a rotation point here, giving us 360 degrees rotation. Put all those functions together with a joystick control system means you end up with a pure manipulation of the bucket. We can't show you just yet because it's all a bit wrong. So the whole thing's in a very complete compact package and controlled by the excavator operator himself. Anything else you want to know, Darren?
Well, most importantly is, can you just explain, if I'm a contractor in Ireland and I don't have a tilt rotator fitted, so I'm living old school, shall we say, like, explain to me, because this is not cheap.
No, not cheap.
So explain to me, how do I get the benefit as a contractor if I'm going to put my money down with Steelwrist to buy one of these? How am I going to make my money back, and how is it going to change my working day?
Mainly, you're going to be working faster and more efficient. So the machine becomes more productive. If that becomes more productive, then in theory the cost goes more in the back pocket, as one might say. But the main benefit is the reduction of labour. So we all know that labour is getting more and more difficult to find these days. So the idea is to get the men off the floor and let the machine do the work. And that's where a tilt rotator really comes in, is because now you have the flexibility to not have a man in the corner with a shovel digging away. The machine can do that. And then by the addition of pallet forks below, addition of grabs, addition of grading beams, all these other attachments then all of a sudden become, a very good man said to me a long time ago, the tilt rotator is the key that unlocks my attachments. And I thought that was brilliant, actually, because he got it and he was off. And he'd reduced his fleet of machines, but upped his production. So that's pretty much where it is. We see a big benefit in production.
Now, you're more or less, I would guess, maybe 15 years selling tilt rotators. And when you first started out, you were probably banging your head off a brick wall, trying to sell the message there. How, from that time to now, how much has it come on in the UK with tilt rotators?
It's exploded now. I say exploded. In my world, it's exploded. We're still very, very small with the gross amount of machines sold, but from various exhibitions that we've been to lately, and here actually, which is great, you'll see all the manufacturers of tilt rotators have now arrived into the UK and Ireland. So it's that, like, the concept's landed. And I know I look a lot older, but I'm only 21, but the pain and the tears over the last 15 years have been ridiculous.
I have the same problem myself, as you can see. Yeah. But tell me, Pat, do you see this becoming the must-have tool in Ireland for contractors over the next couple of years?
Without a doubt. We don't even need to discuss that, because that is now happening. Thank the God that it is happening, but yeah, we're away now, which is quite nice. And people that looked at me like I was a silly idiot before, and they probably still do, but now they actually listen to what I've got to say, which is a great thing. Great stuff. And the great thing is, of course, it's green, which means... Exactly.
Right, gives you an edge on your competitors in Ireland. Pat Bulcock from Steelwrist. Steelwrist, of course, have a stand here up beside the dig zone, and Pat and Claire will be here to answer any questions that you all have about tilt rotators and the future of them. Thanks very much, Pat. We'll talk to you later on.
Cheers. Cheers, buddy.